Hello, welcome to Mystic Moons. How's everybody? To my subscribers, thank you very much for joining me. And for those who haven't subscribed, you're welcome as well. Thank you for joining me. Today, we're going to take a trip. So, I need all your cosmic energies, psychic energies, tune them up. Because we're going to go on a space shuttle trip to New York City, Donald Trump's trial. And so everybody gets their seatbelts on. Remember to thumbs up, comments. Hey, all welcomed. We're taking a trip we're going to go into the abyss. We're going to go to the heavens. We're going to go all over the place. And we're going to try and find out. Now, we know that justice, they have a saying, justice is blind or something like that. Well, forget about what they say. We all know justice is the eyes of the beholder. The eyes. Justice is what we think is right. Right? Justice is a human thing, a human concept. What is justice? If there was real justice, none of us would have want, considering, of course, none of us were lazy. And we would each have something to do that we found satisfying. However, we're going off track. We're talking about Donald Trump trial. All right, Tuesday. What is the date for Tuesday going to be? Actually, it's today. Later today, May 28th, 2024. Is this the day that will be an infamy in terms of just domestic issues per se? However, we have to gear ourselves for what? Donald Trump gets acquitted. Oh, Donald Trump gets in jail. Oh. I'm not laughing of humor. I'm laughing of the absurdity of former President Penis is on trial for straying outside his marital bonds. Isn't that it we're talking about? Because they've had on the witnesses, if you haven't followed it verbatim, witnesses are a former prostitute or a prostitute. I don't know if she's still working. And married too. She is married. And then we have witnesses are two-timing legal specialists. Cohen, who has who admitted to taking money on the side, quite not just like $10 or $100, $500. No, I think he took about 30,000-40,000. He pocketed some cash, serious cash, and then he wrote books. He did this, he did that. I mean, he's like his code of ethics. You can use it for pick up your dog's poop in the park. His code of ethics, whatever his hand. I mean, he's an element. Now, he was the president's right-hand man in terms of certain affairs. Anyway, we got to find out, is fellow psychic travelers, is President Trump going to get the guillotine, or is he going to get the lasso, the Wonder Woman lasso of freedom? Well, that's a good question. How can we get there? Let's call the heavens. The spirits. Let's listen. And we have the pussycat, of course. She's in her verbal moment. And of course, she's going to make comments because that's what Siamese pussycats do, especially when they're agitated. However, off topic. Let's get back into Donald Trump. Now, Donald Trump has like he managed to. He has the luck of a lucky penny, a four-leaf clover, in many ways. Of course, when you come from money, it's easy to like get money. Just like it's when you come from poverty, it's easier to get poor, poor. However, we're not talking about what's easy. We're talking about what's happening. Now, the case against Trump. Now, I do have some experience in the system, and now when you have like closing statements, as closing statements on each party, it usually starts. It doesn't start like 8 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock in the morning. Usually, it starts a little later. You have your coffee, chug, 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 and you make sure you stretch out your mouth, do a few other body stretches. Okay, you get ready for showtime. And especially with such a touchy judge. Judge Mechan, he really runs his ship in a peculiar manner. He is very authoritative. He's very picky. He's very this, that. I mean, he's very much like, I am the judge. This is my court and my scene. Okay. And well, the whole thing, and we all know his daughter is a campaign. She's profited a few mil from endorsing Biden, and they've proven themselves to be, a Democratic source of business. They've proven it. Records are checkable. You can check them. All right. And we know one thing too about juries. Now, about a jury. Now, a jury can be swayed by a tall, handsome man. The lead attorney. I've seen that. And the jury can be also intimidated or attracted by the defense person. I mean, sometimes, like if a person dresses really frumpy, and the lead offense, the lead prosecution side is like good looking and slim and tall and all those things, pluses. It sways them to think like, oh, I mean, it's a sway. Sometimes too, if the female, let's say a female defense is like, she's slim, she's fit, and the jury is like out of shape, they right away, they get, I mean, people are human. You have likes and dislikes. Everybody does. And to deny it is to deny your human characteristics, your initial. Now, the thing is, society is supposed to move us along, so we get past all that like superficial crap. However, it does not. It emphasizes it. Anyway, the point what I'm trying to say is the jury. I haven't looked at the staff myself, but they're humans, and they have opinions, and they already have pre-opinions, meaning they just didn't walk in there like and just learn the alphabet, and they weren't babies when they walked in there. And a lot of people dislike Trump just because he's Trump. They just dislike him. They dislike him because he's arrogant, etc., 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 etc. And he was born with a gold spoon. Okay, so a lot of people. Now, unless you have a jury comprised of gold spooners and silver spooners instead of clay spoons or steel spoons, you're going to already have like a iffy. And then when you have the judge telling you can't listen to this, you can't do this, you can't do that, and he has very strict COVID type lockdown rules in his courtroom. And he's there, very imposing, the center of attention, and he it's very influential in terms of like influencing how you think and feel. And and then you have like the bailiffs, the officers around. It's a very staged type of intimidation. And then you have this former president who is accused of what? What exactly is he being accused of? Now, it seems like he's been accused of like screwing around with hoes. and not saying how much money he paid for the hose or that he ever screwed around with the hose. And we all know that Donald Trump has screwed around with hose. It's already known. It's his third marriage. Do you think he's going to 3 times he learned his lesson? No, he still screws around with hose, or at least publicly then. Anyway, we all know the case that he had hush money. Okay, so this is the whole thing that he's 3 charges against him. Now, the first one is bookkeeping, phony records. What do you call it? Skimming the books or slanting the books. Some phrase. Anyway, he's accused of faulty bookkeeping in terms of how much money he paid out for this, and that. And he said, and in fact, his chief financial officer, Weisberg, is currently sitting in jail, and that was his chief financial officer. So people remember, when you take a company, you take an executive level job, you could be like, the fall guy for something. Anyway, Weisberg was the fall guy, being the chief financial officer. He's in jail. And now that's one case. It's like faulty bookkeeping that he said he okayed, and he's saying no, he did not okay it. It was just done. And fall guy Weisberg is in jail. All right. The second thing that he's guilty of, or being tried to put guilt at, is who benefited from his non-disclosure agreements. I mean, every time you breathe, you had to sign, non-disclosure. Every time you saw something, non-disclosure. Companies are like that. They've been like that for at least, the last 20 years. Every single thing you do, non-disclosure, non-disclosure, non-disclosure. And of course, Trump is no exception to that. His businesses are no exception to that. An NDA is like vitamins. It's like a shower. How many times did you shower if you work for him per week? That's how many times you got to sign an NDA. All right. So the question is, again, without any more sarcasm, who benefited from this faulty records? That's the second thing. Okay. 3 things, remember. First thing is the phony records. The second thing is who benefited. And then the third thing is criminal intent. Now, so those are the 3 things. The criminal intent, like who again, one, who benefited, who did it, who did it, who benefited, and the criminal intent. Now, criminal intent, after you get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 is, what is the criminal intent? He wanted to save like $5 million. What is that criminal? Without being paid taxes on it, whatever, something like that. Something, well, that's for the jury and the courts to decide. Now, we all know that if you're the president of the country, or the president of the United States, at the time the most powerful country, or one of the most powerful countries on Earth, that in terms of like money and influence, it was right in your hands already. Now, there's the fact that some people would pay Donald Trump, which is true, X amount of billions of dollars to do this and to do that is not inconceivable. So he's saying, why would I have to, over this petty couple of, 100,000 here, 100,000 there, you're bullshitting me. You're bullshitting me. And we're talking to that a president, this political figures are known to do deals, and there's always deals. You can count on from campaign contributions onward. There's deals. Now, so you get a whole basically circle of this question that we have of the New York City case should end in what? Guilty or not guilty? Now, not guilty. Now, remember, there's 3 things being tried here, not just one. Like he's not guilty of of false records. Is he guilty of false records or not guilty? Is he guilty or not guilty of who benefited? He benefiting from these records. Is he guilty or not guilty of criminal intent? Is he a sly dog, a sly man? Well, he has swag, that's for sure. But that's what people elect a male president for, swag. Can you swag me one? Can you, not so much for IQ, because we all know that Biden is, not the sharpest in the world, and he gets confused quite easily, especially in his elderly years. And so, but let's get back to the facts. Let's light a piece of incense here. I should have someone. Incense. I do not. Now I have my incense. Let's get a smell going here. So we're dealing with a legal system and a lot of filthy things. Seeing that busty Stormy Daniels was enough to create the need for some incense. Get the stench away, among other things. The idea of having to listen to how Trump did the sex act is enough to get the stench away too. Let's go. I don't want to go there. Now, again, if we had a woman president, would we be all would we have the same scene? Huh? If she decided she wanted to be around a few hoes, male hoes. Or if the Stormy Daniels was a man, call him Storm Daniels. Not Stormy, Storm. Yes. But we're talking about sex, sex, sex. That's the American thing. Sex, 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 sex. You reminded of who's that guy? Clinton. Sex, 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 sex. Whenever there's a problem, we go for the penis. The peanut. The sex, sex. I think this should be sex spelled backwards. X-E-S. Z. Maybe that sounds like Elon Musk's kid's name. X-E? Z. I can't even pronounce it. Zai? I could pronounce the Chinese way. She. Well, okay, so here we're talking again. Our whole country, even though NATO's going to war, bombing Russia, blah, 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 blah. We're getting all decimated with high prices and everything's falling apart. But yet we're talking about President Trump's penis, his dick. Is this dicky man? Dick. We're talking about dick now. Dick. This is really pissing me off. Why are we talking about dick? Of all the things these characters have done, these politicians have done, we have to talk about his dick, his penis. Now we had a whole bunch of money spent on President Trump's urges. Okay? His urges. Isn't that interesting? Urges. And then speaking of urges, switch the subject a little bit, we also know that Hunter Biden and the Bidens have their own sex things too. Dick things. You think we should elect women? At least we wouldn't hear about dick. Maybe we would. We're not talking about lesbians. We're talking about interspecies or intersexual or male and female, whatever. What I'm trying to say is, it's almost like, in the Christ energy said, who would, in the New Testament, who strikes the first stone? Who without sin strikes the first stone? Now, I'm not like a religious person in terms of that, but it just fits the mode, fits the modus operatus, doesn't it? All right, now, since we're talking about hush money in terms of penis energy. Okay, let's get it down to the basics. Okay, spirits. Tell me, spirits. Is Trump going to get a pass on this one? I'm not guilty. He spent lots of money, lots of time. But, the whole thing, too, is maybe it's a setup because certain people like a criminal. They like the criminal elements. And he's being the macho man. I'm married to a beautiful woman, but yet I still am a tomcat. Ain't nothing gonna hold me back. That's also an attitude. Now, the woman, it would be, oh, that tramp. However, with the man, it's the tomcat. Oh, he's such a man. He's such a man. Okay. This is not like, Joe Biden's brother who posed in gay porn. It's known, gay porn. Just look it up. I think his brother is Gary or something. Just look Joe Biden's brother. He posed for gay porn. All right. Male to male. Anyway, off topic. Now let's get back again here. All right. I guess really. What's the verdict going to be with the Trump trial? Everybody knows now we're talking about 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right? We know we're talking about 1, 2, 3 elements. We're talking about false records. We're talking about whose palm was greased, for what reason, and if there's any criminal activity, criminal intent. Now, all the things we could have talked about. Okay. Now, let's see. President Trump, are you going to be found guilty at 1 Center Street, New York City, downtown? Are you going to be fined? Give us the clue, spirits. Trump. Are you going to be guilty? Are you going to be what? Trump trial. Okay. 1, 2, let's see. And we're going to 3 cards, 3 random cards. And we're going to take this until we understand it, where we're coming from. All right? Trump trial. First thing we have is towers. Now, these are 3 random cards. You saw me pull it, right? The towers. The towers. Could this be Trump towers? Okay. Now, the next one. The Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel. Okay, these are 2 major arcana cards, both of them so far. All right. Wheel of Fortune. Right away, this can see he gets 1 violation and 2 when he gets off. This could even be the 3. We have the Devil. Look at that. Now, these are just 3 random cards. This is for the verdict. The Tower. The Wheel of Fortune. And the shifty, unscrupulous Devil. That means a fix. Okay. Now, it doesn't look good. It looks like at least a part of the conviction or a part of the case will go against him based on these 3 random cards. The Wheel of Fortune. Could the Wheel of Fortune be like, for Joe, it's Joe going his way? This is interesting, isn't it? How can the Wheel of Fortune? I think the first thing we should find out is what this Wheel of Fortune is all about. How is it aspected? Spirits, you got to guide me on this one. People's energy. Even if you're not with me, I know you're with me because you're curious. And I'm taking in another time zone, I'm taking all your energy. Okay. First thing we're going to do, we're going to dive into this Wheel of Fortune. I want to feel how that's aspected. Who's fortunate? Who's fortune? Who is who? Who is who? Donald Trump where I can see when you have the towers and in your case and you have the devil, that does not look good. However, what is this wheel of fortune? You're a crafty man. Does that mean you're going to appeal? Well, you know you're going to appeal no matter what, right? You're going to appeal. Hi, JJ. You're going to appeal no matter what. You're going to appeal this case. Hey, you're going to appeal. If it goes against you, you're going to go, no, 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 no. And then is it the whole? Let's find this wheel of fortune now. Let's just find out. Random cards. All right, random, 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 random. This is sticking out to me. Let's go these two. All right. Now, justice. 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 All right. Now, this wheel of fortune is aspected under justice. So this is believed so far to be the jury's decision. Now, we have the two working together. Okay. So under this wheel of fortune, we have two parties working together. Which two parties? What two parties are working with Donald Trump getting guilty or not guilty? The wheel of fortune. And we have justice. So we can't say that justice is going to, justice works? What do you think? Justice works. We're going to have to carry out the other two. Let's look at the devil. Now, what does the devil have to do? What parts of the devil do we have in Donald Trump's trial? Is the fixes in because Biden's going to have he can't wait to get to the airwaves with a verdict? Is he his friend? I don't think the two are buddies. That's almost like fatty and skinny, like fat man and skinny man. The Joker and the straight guy, or I don't know who's the straight guy. But anyway, that's beside the point. The point is, what is this devil? Could it be Stormy? Stormy said, I did it. I did it. I mean, it's so disgusting when you hear about, you think about it. She said, oh, we did it. This is how we did the sex act and blah, 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 blah. I mean, what? Of all the things happening in this country, we have to, think about things like that. This is bigger than Diddy and bigger than Epstein and bigger than Weinstein. This is in the same vein, though, of keeping a society trashed up. Trash, 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 trash. This is the whole thing of a society. Keeping it trashy so it doesn't grow. I mean, for my listeners who know me, I'm all into growth, spiritual and mental growth, heart chakra growth, not into trash. But however, society at large always keeps throwing us another piece of garbage. And so let's see. The devil. Okay, devil. The devil. Now, the devil, let's see, what kind of okay, give me some aspects on this devil. One there, and we have, this one's speaking to me. My other Siamese is chiming in. Okay, now we have two cards. And I looked upon this, the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups. Okay, we're gonna have to continue this because we have the celebrations, the Page of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. Still not clear. No, that's the devil. Meaning there's some money tossed around, bets are on, and throwing out. The devil is comprised of throwing out little ideas because because a lot of these these laws in these cases are all of a sudden were redacted. They were redacted before, and then they all of a sudden have been like revived. It's like a dead plant that's dying, and you finally give it water again, and then bloom. That's my plant, even though you threw it out and on the curb and to get rid of it, but somehow it survived. All right, that's the composition of the devil. A devil I would say the Page of Cups represents the long discarded laws of finance that were revived because they felt they could do it. And they did it. Because when you have the DA can do whatever they want, which is why there's so much crime in New York that goes unreported. I mean, you have child trafficking, every single thing going on in that city and that state, and right in front of their noses, and they go, whoop, I don't see, I can't, they go like, they rather threaten you, they rather threaten the people that point them out and correct the crime. All right, now, so we have the Page of Cups and we have the Three of Pentacles, meaning they had some manipulation in getting those laws to work. However, they worked. And here, Justice, the Wheel of Fortune. Let's look upon the Tower. Okay, the Tower says everything's falling apart. Complete implosion, imploding. Let's look at the kind of tower this is. Let's see what kind of tower this is. Well, Donald Trump, get off. Let's see what's elements. This devil. Let's see. All right. No, wait a minute. Okay, let's take this one. Let's take this one. These two cards together. Okay. All right, now this tower. We have Four of Cups. The weight. And we have the Star. Well, we may, this is not kind of, I hate to say that kind of. This seems as though this tower could be against the state proving. This could be one of those kind of towers because we have the Four of Cups and we have the Star card. We have the Major Arcana Star, which is since Donald Trump is being prosecuted or attempted to be prosecuted, it seems like he could go on appeal and get out of jail on appeal. And then he has the Wheel of Fortune having Justice and the cups, the two cups. Could be one of his witnesses or one or two of his witnesses has Zippo credibility factor of his witnesses could go in his favor. And for the devil, it could be that a deal that Donald Trump the Trump side has made that's kind of quiet. It doesn't seem. Let's take it some more. Let's do another one card on each one. But it doesn't seem as though the state will get its way. I mean, something uncanny. Maybe because we're dealing with sex charges. I mean, payment. And we're dealing with so much crime already. It's murky. It's a murky deal. It's a murky deal. All right, let's see. It's a murky deal. All right. Now, let's take another card for the Towers, which has the Four of Cups and a star under it. Let's see. It's a random. No, this is speaking to me. Now, let's take another card for the Wheel of Fortune, which has working together, justice. Justice working together. That means smells like some witness has been dethroned. Now, where is that card? Where are you, cards? This one. All right. Now, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. All right. Now, let's see about the Devil, which has some joy and some beginning quiet little claws. They think they're going to try and throw out one of the clauses, so the basis of the whole trial. Okay, let's do this. All right. Now, let's see. Let's do it first with the Tower. Well, the Tower, we have the Nine of Wands. The struggle. Well, it is not. It's either hard to prove the case, and it was hard to get out of the case. In the meantime, there's like or it could be it could also be the deliberation of the jury. It could take them 4 hours, 4 days, a few days, until it's a struggle. Okay. And under temperance, under the wheel, working together, justice, we have temperance. Okay. All right. Temperance means take it easy. Take it easy, world. Take it easy. Take it easy. Don't set the city on fire tomorrow night. That's probably a consideration too. Don't set New York City on fire. Probably. And for the Devil, we have the industrious, Eight of Pentacles. Well, they worked hard to put this case together with all its peculiarities. Obvious. They've been trying to keep control over it. It's obvious. And for the Wheel of Fortune, the basis of the wheel is like, don't rock the boat too much. Don't rock the boat too much. Because not only do we have, it's not just Donald Trump, it's our legal department, it's our justice, it's our symbol of fairness, it's the American way. The American way. But then again, we have this devil over here, this devil, and we have the Towers. We do know things are falling apart. And the basis of the Tower is a struggle. The basis of the Wheel of Fortune is temperance. Don't get too excited. Don't get too, don't rush. Don't rush. Don't keep a middle road. And the basis of the Devil is application, applying all the measures. The work card, application process, the application. The Devil has been busy. The Devil has been very, very busy. It's a busy devil. It's a busy devil. Working hard, putting ideas out, reviving old laws, and going, voila, it worked. Now, the Wheel of Fortune, we have justice, trying to work together and keep it cool. We're not going to be there, hallelujah, praise Jesus, and, Gandhi and Mir Baba. We're not going to do that. We're going to be quiet. We're going to be like legal-like. We're going to try and put some class into this sex scene. And then we have the tower with the pause card, the four of cups, and the star on top of the struggle. Well, how would one read this? I'm going to have to use a different deck. Still is like, I'm going to have to use another deck. However, the message I get is like, it's difficult. This is a difficult case because it's built on stuff. Stuff that is, well, the usual stuff, sex stuff. And it's also making, glorifying male energy, right? Certainly not glorifying female energy. Male energy. And we have, my first thought was we'd have two strikes, two of the three strikes. Just looking at the towers of the devil and the wheel of fortune. We'd have one strike, okay. Maybe it would be there's no criminal intent. But of course, if you were defrauding taxes, that would be criminal. Who benefited? And you could say it's the bookkeeper who did it because that's faulty records would not be considered the fault of the Trump organization, Trump himself. You could say, I didn't sign that. So, I mean, there's a lot. And then you have sleazy. You have a hoe, and you have a thief, lawyer thief, being your chief witnesses. It's a loaded case. It's a loaded case. It makes one think of, in this case too, it makes one think of all the corruption and all the political figures, all the politics. Politics is a dirty business. Do you want your kid in politics to learn the slime ball routines one must do to get ahead? This devil, though, is pretty successful. This devil has like celebrations. It has pitching ideas, able to dig things up. Work. This devil is pretty aggressive, and this wheel of fortune is not working. Is aggressive. You know, this wheel of fortune is working together and being moderate, and the towers are almost like appeal, and it's hard. It's trying to appeal or appease the situation, and it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's a struggle. It's a struggle because the jury is already made up its mind, and even like some people are thinking, what would President Biden want me to do? I mean, how many people on that jury voted for President Biden and are happy with him? How many people hate Trump on that trial, on that thing? How many people love him? How many people have neutral? That's probably even better question. How many people are neutral? How many people are neutral about Trump? How many people are neutral about Trump? How many people? How many people are neutral about Trump? Okay, let's go. One. I'm going to put this one. This one. Okay, this one. Okay, these two. And this is it. All right, so let's see now. On the towers, we have the Queen of Swords. And the Page of Cups. Queen of Swords. The Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups. And the Lovers. And on the Four of Pentacles, and on the Devil, and the Four of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. Well, strong energy on the Wheel of Fortune. All right, so we have the Three of Cups, and the Lovers. Well, and this on the Towers, we have the Queen of Swords, and we have the Page of Cups. It's almost as though in the Towers we have the word, put out the word. The word is out, and I would say on the Towers we have the word is out, and what was starting as a small idea is a big idea, is broadcasted. What was hatched in a little room is expanded. We have the Queen of Swords. We're talking about like confident, upfront communication. And in the Wheel of Fortune, again, we could see that we can have 2 to 1. 2 guilty, 1 free. Okay. 2 guilty, 1 all right. 1, not enough, insufficient proof. So, and then here on the Devil, we have the ego and we have an idea. The Ace of Wands. So as much as they try and, but this is all under the Devil. Egotism. We could say, it could be said that Trump's ego was to blame. However, you say there's no excuse. There's no excuse if your ego is to blame. It was still your idea. It was still, people felt that they were doing this for you and you let them believe that. You coerced them. And this whole thing is all about campaign monies, because if you made that money, what did you do with that money but use it to, like, for your past campaign? Oh, this is complicated. However, it could be 2 down, 1 up. And not guilty. Okay, 1 more card in each. And then we'll we'll see. But so far I see. Okay. This up this way. This way. Alright. Okay. Alright. This is it. The Devil, It's an Ace of Cups. Oh, look at that. Ace of Cups. The devil on this side. Hmm. Well, I would say he's definitely getting charged with one of the crimes will stick because we have the Tower, we have the Queen of Swords, we have the struggle, we have a lot of things going on here, a lot of suspense. But however, the underlying message is uh, we have justice has been served for 4 days, 4 hours, and we have the Queen of Swords, strong communication. We have the Page of Cups, of which is just like got the word out, do this, and then we have the that. Okay, Two of Swords. This one we have the Wheel of Fortune, and we have working together, justice, and we have temperance. We take it easy. We want to be like we're not so sure, and then we have like the Three of Cups, and we have the Lovers. So there's support going to keep our justice system. Keep it cool, keep it cool, keep it cool. But then again, we're crossed by the devil. That could be out the window. They don't give a shit. It could be that way. Chaos is what wrong. And then here we have the devil. We have they've been working hard to put this case together. They redacted and revived certain rules, old laws, made them fresh and healthy again. And they're celebrating because they're so crafty. And then we have a lot of egotism in there because we have the Four of Pentacles. And then we have the Ace of Wands, meaning they have like one extra secret up their belt. And then we have a little. This thing is going to appeal anyway. Then we have like the Ace of Cups. We have two aces in this. This devil is strong. This devil could either be that like it still could be 2-1. It doesn't. He's not going to get off scot free on this one. He's not. There's too much, and I mean, even though it's because it's peanuts. It's peanuts. It's peanuts time. It's talking about like male energy. And well, you might be able to overturn one of those things with on appeal. Anyway, he's still going to be in court. He's still going to be in court. Okay, he's going to go back to court again. It's not over. I don't see him coming out scot free because the fix is on. That's what I see. They're going this far. They put all this energy and money into it. They want to return. I mean, too much energy is going into this. It's New York after all. All right, so that's what I say, folks. I'm going to say, oh, excuse me, I said the wrong word. I must have been hanging out with the establishment, said the wrong people. Oh, light beings. All right, I'm going to, this is a complicated read. You're welcome to comment on it, but I say that Trump is not going to get out scot-free for this one because the fix is on. The fix is on. And everywhere he turns, ideas. There's a strong devil. Strong devil. There's also a Wheel of Fortune that's has a lot of positive things in it, or a lot of like what you would think working together trying to get through this, but it also has like a demonic energy to it. Also, to the towers, the towers, the basis of it is it's like a lot of things going on there, but some people are on that. It will go on to appeal. All right. All right, let's go end it up because this is like going on for like almost an hour. And it was very, 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 very hard. So we'll see. We'll see. And if I get the feeling again, we'll do it again. However, not quite this detail. But this is what I see. Okay. So thank you very much for taking this astro projection with me. We're not just remote viewing. No, no. We're looking. We're going to be looking and listening as to another mockery of our system as it goes. Of all the things we could be discussing, this is what we discuss. However, trial is trial. And it's a sorry day. It's a sorry day. So, strong devil, compromise wheel, but a wheel that wants to be honest, wants to be sincere, but it seems to be a little tainted, getting tainted. I mean, if you're having witnesses that got slush fund money, what's stopping them from getting slush fund money again? Right? Again. And then we have the tower. The tower. The tower is basically a struggle for waiting, feeling like you did the right thing, maybe. And then we have like a loud mouth, media, blah, 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 blah. In the end, we have like, defeat. All right. So thank you very much. And let's get back on we didn't even land. We just were circling. Let's take off and go back to neutral grounds. All right. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Oh, if you want to donate, hey, costs money. Want a personal reading? Call me up and we'll see what happens. People, citizens, people of the earth who know nothing of whom we are yet, but we'll find out. We'll get into we'll grow. Thank you very much. Bye bye.